Traffic flow has been blocked on the N4, which links South Africa and Botswana. Community members of the Zeerust, Welverdacht and surrounding areas in the northwest are demanding that Premier Lazarus Mokgosi come and provide them with long overdue solutions to their water challenges. The residents say their water crisis is a result ultimately of poor maintenance and infrastructure. But let's get you the full picture with Newzroom Afrika's Refiloe Seboko, who is on the scene for us. Refiloe, it's an issue that is stretching across the northwest now. You were in one community yesterday, but the water crisis is province-wide.
Indeed, Michelle, the entire province of the Northwest Province community members continue to battle and grapple with issues of water. I mean, it was just last week, if not, last week when we were here in Dinokana village, where residents there had also been talking about issues of water challenges that they are faced with, having to travel some distance so that they can go and fetch water, despite the projects, intervention projects that have been put in place previously to try and, address the challenges of water. They continue to have those water challenges. Community members continue to be blocking and barricading the N4 route that is linking South Africa and Botswana, and like you indicated, affecting the traffic flow, but also those that are traveling and, with cargo, they are also affected. Trucks are also stuck here, Michelle. I'm going to speak to two gentlemen. One, he says he's from Botswana, and the other one comes from Namibia. Samson,
dumela mme ke bidiwa Samson Tidimatso go tswa go Botswana ke tsena a phakela ka past 4 tsa tseno mme a re ke gore ra le moga tsela e tswetse ra le moga ile strike ra e mara ba ta go bona gore go iragala nteng gona go tsamaya go a re mme ba thalosa re me alo ba re bua gore no a gona epe hetang ha bone ba bata metsi mahoko a bona anta ara sampo re ditse gore no ba re ba rialo ba bua gore ebile wena kolo ya go etelle re ta tswala tsela ka yona ra boela go morago gore nterete re bona gore se mo sta hetsoga ka tselentse mme le mona kwa gompieno ana re ntse re ya no go mo go a re ba balla ka gore ga re itse gore etalla ba kgonne go ibula kana yang le rona ga re itse gore ha ile gore ya bula go a go lala go ntse yang gone ha se ile gore sta bo sa siama kana sa re siame.
Smith, let me come to you and talk to us about your experience as well of having coming here.
Afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Yeah. I came here around 7:30 in the morning. The time I leave the border was at around 6. The time I came here, the time I found cars parking, trucks parking, and then I went to ask. They say there's a strike. The community is striking about the water. Water is closed, and now it's delaying us also too much. Imagine I spend here for 6 hours, standing here for 6 hours.
And where are you from? Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm coming from Namibia, going to Joburg. I was supposed to load today in Joburg. Now they delay me. I cannot load anymore today. Then I have to go and load only tomorrow. Yeah.
And that is really an inconvenience for you as you are traveling or also transporting cargo.
Yeah, also it's delaying us. Also the transport they're delaying us too much, a lot. Because imagine from last week there was a strike again by Zeerust, and then I have to make a U-turn again to go to Lichtenberg to use another road. It's the same week again here. I'm here again standing again. Yeah.
And do you know of any alternative routes that you are likely to use in a situation like this?
Like now I heard Dinokana is closed. Can you see also Zeerust road is closed? Now you cannot make a U-turn go anywhere. If you go there, also it's the same story. They block the road, and here it's also you have only to wait until maybe now they are saying maybe they are waiting for the minister or something so they can hear what they are saying.
Samson, ke bona ekete wa dumalana gore tota le amegile mo go maso ga re go aletsa sene.
Ya tata ga wa re tsa sente ka re mona kwa gompieno le ha re leng teng yana re setse re helwa ke dijo e bile a re itse re ta go di bona ka re gatele di shopo di tswetswe mme bile na kwa gompieno ga ke bua le wena ke na kwa ile gore nka bo ke le mo tseleng ke setse ke boa kone ke a teng ke boela morago yana go mo go ra amile thata ka gore ga re itse gore go tswelle ga morago go ba go ibula leng gore e be re kgona go tswella ka mosepele ga gona tsela e re ka yang go yona ka re go uma go ele re go morago go tswetswe gape e better re ema gona a re leng teng up to gongwe ba kgona go bula e be re itse gore no gongwe re ka go ta ra tswela le mosepele wa rona re ta ra kgona go boa.
Well, Michelle indicating that it is really an inconvenience and they're hoping that they are going to open any time from now. We understand that, there's been a community meeting in that gathering that you've been seeing there behind us. We are just showing also visuals of the traffic that is stuck here, affected by this ongoing service delivery protest, water in particular, as community members continue to barricade this N4 route. And I'm going to speak to Pilot Mosotwane. We have been engaging Luena Abudika issues, the service delivery issues, water. We spoke to you about a week ago. But talk to us about the latest. We understand that you have just had an engagement with the communities and the expectation that the mayor, Khumalo Molefe of district municipality, is coming here.
Okay, thank you, my sister. You see the problem about our water problem in Ramotshere. Zeerust is a border town, as I've indicated to many wards. We have to call them to our attention because they are doing this deliberately. People are suffering, enriching themselves. So for Khumalo to come here, it's worthless because the person who must come here is the mayor. The cause of this is Lanko Construction. Lanko Construction is the one which is working hand in hand with Ngaka Mulema, and it has been given a contract for 30 years for boreholes. And the owner of Lanko Construction is not a South African, it's a Zimbabwean. So that's why they are enriching themselves using a foreigner to come and destroy South Africans locally. So for them, when they are coming now, it's just a formality. What we are waiting for now is the Premier of Northwest, Mr. Khosi. So he must come to a standstill because I've also told the Premier when he was in Zeerust Civic Center that we don't have water. All the dolomites of Ramotshere, when they were erected by Sinwedi and the Lanko Construction, there was no engineer to indicate the lifespan of the water, how will it take and all that. They just point where the borehole must be made. That's why they've spent 31 million in Ramos in Supinstad for 6 boreholes. They spend 43,500,000 here in Wat Leven. Don't throw away. But those people, they don't have water. So those money they have spent, it was just for enriching themselves. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much, Pilot Mosotwane there. Michelle, talking about, again, billions of rands that have been spent in projects that seeks to intervene in issues of service delivery challenges. He was also indicating that the mayor of Ngaka Mulema district municipality, which is the one that has the mandate and the responsibility of, among others, servicing or supplying residents here in the Ramotshere municipality, but also issues of water infrastructure that they have to deal with in terms of their maintenance. He is said to be making his way here. As soon as he arrives, that's if he will arrive, we'll give you an update. However, these residents are saying that the person that they're looking for or expecting to arrive here is the Premier of the Northwest Province, Lazarus Mokhosi.
Of course, Refiloe, the irony of those trucks being stuck behind that protest line, actually containing those JoJo tanks, just further sort of expresses the kind of frustration the community has had with having to depend on things like JoJo tanks as opposed to a reliable water supply.
Indeed. I mean, you'll also remember that just yesterday when we were in Makwasi, they had indicated that they don't even want these JoJo tanks to continue to be servicing them or providing them with water because one of the points that they were raising was the issue of the quality of water. They had indicated that in most cases, the water that comes from the very same JoJo tanks, you'll remember that municipalities often, when we are talking about the intervention on how they're ensuring that residents have water, they will talk about the water tankers that have been given to the residents. But communities are saying we don't want these JoJo tanks anymore because we have taps that are on our yards. Municipalities need to ensure that water, there's water that is coming out of our taps. These JoJo tanks, they come with water that are allegedly sometime coming and it's not clean, where they would see that the water would be brown. Others, when we were speaking to the other time, they were saying that they will have algae in that water. And they are concerned about, the very same water that are said to be provided by the municipalities are not fit or safe for human consumption. And that's why they are calling that with the projects, Michelle, that are there, that seeks to intervene. I mean, we know of the project that was put in place by the then Minister of Water and Sanitation who came to Dinokana village in 2022, had indicated that in 2023 that project will be up and running. But it's one of the so-called white elephant projects that are yet not even servicing the communities that Christopher was indicating to now, which we also understand that even with those projects, Michelle, there has not been, they continue to be, supply of water that is not stable. And that is why they continue to take their frustrations here on the N4. It's not the first time. In fact, they always close this route. An inconvenience that is being caused by those that are traveling to town in Zeerust. Some of them are here. They also say they've been here since very, very early in the morning, and they are unable to even go and do their day-to-day chores or activities that they had to do. But residents are saying we are going to be here until the Premier comes and address us, until there is proper and sustainable and consistent water supply, because they don't want to depend and continue to depend on these JoJo tanks forever, Michelle.
Refiloe Seboko left us there on the scene with the N4 route linking South Africa and Botswana blocked off by communities.